to please investors given the stock price run that we've seen this year in that sector.
We've had so much multiple expansion, Sarah. Where are you expecting the earnings growth to come from?
Well, most of this year has been driven by valuation expansion, and that's been the issue, is that how much further can earnings go? We're already seeing margins hold up well. Pricing power probably is at risk as inflation starts to decline and continues to decline from here. So I think that's the issue. If earnings cannot continue to grow, I think valuations for the markets are at a premium. We're going in we're in the second half of August here, where liquidity tends to be light. I think market moves will be exacerbated. Some of the things I'm worried about are earnings where we're not seeing a healthy earnings market in terms of stock prices. Also, the Moody's downgrade of banks, I think, and their credit ratings is an issue. Energy prices going up, that's inflationary. And even China trade data came in poorly. And then finally, you touched on it earlier, the 10-year is at 4%, and that's a headwind for equity. So with valuations where they are, there's a handful of headwinds for equity going forward. So I think markets at best are in a trading range and maybe even are at a short-term peak at this level.
This sounds super defensive. So final question, Sarah. Top picks, where are they right now for you?
Top picks. Yeah, I mean, one sector we like a lot, it's not a sector, just a category, is dividend growers. These are stocks that have underperformed year to date. They're companies that tend to grow their dividends. They're resilient in down markets. They have nice up market capture, but they don't perform as poorly as the markets do on the downside. They've lagged a lot year to date. Many tech companies don't pay dividends, so this sector's been left behind. I think this could have a catch-up trade if the market turns more defensive because of these headwinds that we talked about.
Sarah, great to get your input on the program. Sarah Malika, thank you as always for jumping on with us on a busy morning for everyone. About 15 minutes into the session, equities up by 0.9% on the S&P 500. Coming up, investors digesting the latest inflation report.
I think the reacceleration story for inflation, it's really about, in my view, is the economy growing above trend?